The GOAT, Amanda Nunes, welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
How happy to have you. Now, I was reading that growing up, your mother was a boxer and she taught you to always strike first and always intimidate the opponent. Is this a lesson that the Lioness is now passing on to her cubs?
You know, yes, and at the same time, no. Because we don't wanna try to do that. You know what I mean? Like we wanna be intimidated, like natural. You know what I mean? So, I feel like my mother was a big thing in my whole life, and she's taught me so many things, and she was in my uncle's corner when my uncle used to fight. So she taught me a bunch of things. She till these days tell me some strategies, some things, and it's pretty cool.
We were talking about this beforehand. Your children are 5 and 2 now, right? Your daughters. I've been seeing this TikTok trend where the mom will come home and tell her kids, "Hey kids, I have to go fight another mom right now, and she has 2 kids your age. I need you to fight with the kids." If you went and asked your kids, would they knuckle up right now? And
It's
show up
funny
for the mom?
because I did that when I
you
come
did?
here. Yes, I did that. I look at Reagan. I say Ray, okay, I'm gonna fight a bad girl now, but she have a daughter. I need you to come with me. She's like, I'm going. I'm gonna pack my bag right now. I'm gonna fight her. I'm gonna jiu-jitsu her.
Well, the 2-year-old's already kicking at the TV.
In the haze, I say I'm going too. I'm going too. So it was pretty cute, funny because you asked me that, and then I did exactly that before I leave home, and then she wanna come so bad.
You're fighting Kayla Harrison in your return, UFC 324, the first card of the Paramount Plus era, January 24th. There's a lot of history that gets brought up about you and Kayla at American Top Team, and we were talking to Kayla earlier, and she mentioned how when she came into American Top Team for the first time, she was hoping to be one of your training partners and help you out, and that the first time you guys sparred, she was like, wow, no woman has ever done this to me. I'm used to competing with men, but no woman before Amanda has whooped me this way. Do you remember those early training sessions, and how does it feel knowing that a lot of what drove Kayla to American Top Team and has now made her a UFC champion was that training experience with you?
I didn't know I really hurt her so bad like that. This is, the style. This is, I'm very precise with my punches, my kicks. I know the right time and everything. So, yeah, it probably was a bad day for her, or I don't know. I remember a little bit about it, but I know it was a good training for sure. It was good for both of us.
And as she started to ascend in her career, the conversation started about Amanda and Kayla fighting one day, and I know that can be a hard thing to sort of manage when you're at the same gym. How excited are you to finally get to sort of lay those questions to rest that have kind of been following you both around for a while?
Yeah, that's the thing, when she got there, every time that I went to the gym training, if she was there or I was there, we used to partner up or all those things, but it never was anything, never was a thing, be together the time in training. Honestly, I feel when she started really talk about me, calling me out, and at the same time is being in the gym and try to be my training partner, I started to get a little bit even more far away from her, because this is the challenge that I like it. So, but you here next to me, that's not how I like to do things. If you're calling me out, if you wanna fight me, you're not supposed to be here, training with my coach in the same mat, in the same gym. If I'm gonna face you, you're gonna be out of here. At that time, she didn't even was in the UFC yet, but I knew it's possible. I knew right away when she started calling me out and then talk about, I knew, because it's not a lot of people out there, she's an athlete, she's a good fighter, and it's not a lot of people out there can keep it up with her. I knew she would make her way to the UFC, so, and I was ready for. But everything was so crazy. I retired, I have the second baby, all those things, I have so much going on, and then I decided, retire, and she not even was in the UFC yet. And 1 year passed by, and I was kind of looking Nina around the house and say Nina, I cannot stay away though. I can't. I'm trying so hard in 1 year. And when that thoughts started like be more strong, and Kayla signed with the UFC. I said like, this is just meant to be, you know? So everything's come together.
So this like appetite to compete has been with you for the last like year and a half now, right? Because you retired 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're saying basically when Kayla signed, you will even before the
Even before.
even before the social media video with the singing and dancing, like you know you wanted to come back.
Yeah, I always nobody's gonna do anything with my division, so I gotta go in there and then, you know what I mean, make this great again. You know, every fight's like, you know, always makes sense, and they say like, you know, I think I'm gonna go back. There's no way. And then Kayla signed. I say like, even better though. So make everything perfect. The attachment that I used to have with the gym, with the coach, people that's always around me, it doesn't have anymore. They all is against me. So I look at them as my opponent too. I like to feel the challenge that this brings to me.
As we wrap up here, Amanda, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that you are the women's GOAT. No one has the career that you have. But I sometimes feel like when we talk about the GOATs overall, regardless of gender, we talk about Jones and Silva and GSP and Demetrius, and I feel like your name isn't brought up enough. I don't think anyone has beat basically every other legend in their divisions. Ronda, Valentina twice, Chris Cyborg. Do you ever feel like you're kind of unfairly left out of that overall GOAT conversation? And, you know, with the second run, I think other than Randy Couture, you'll be the only person to come back and win a third title in the same weight class. Do you feel like you're sort of unfairly left out of those conversations? And do you see this as a chance to prove like it doesn't matter if I'm a man or woman, I am the best of all time?
Yeah, and I have a lot of things involved in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to be more mentioned when have those conversations, you know, but like, I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? Like that things happen like that. I really, it doesn't bother me, honestly, because this is what I like to do. I like fight. I do this for myself because I love this sport, you know what I mean? And anything else, like, it's just coming with it, you know what I mean? Being the GOAT, Hall of Famer, and like so many things. And I want everything. I want everything I have in my wall. For me, see that, this is what I want. This is motivating me. And I know what I'm capable of, what I did in this sport, for this sport. When I see the wall in my house, I just make like a very special wall for everything that all my trophies and everything that I got in my whole career. And then when I wake up and I look that wall, for me is enough. Now it's gonna be even more like something more that people never see before. I'm gonna become a champ again. So this is gonna be in the history, like in the top in the history. Let's see now if it changes. If it changes, okay, I like it. But if you don't, let's move on, and then I wanna keep fighting. This is what I like to do.
I can't even follow that up, Amanda. It's so nice to have you back, and I'm so glad that you're happy to be back.
Thank you, I am. Yeah.